So my name is Bolanle Wellington, and with me here is
Shion Adeleke, and together we'll be co-hosting this event.
celebrate us now. You think it's easy to stand here? I don't think it's me people clap for. Maybe people should celebrate us. Celebrate us. Let's wake the room up. So we want to thank you all for being patient. Most of you came earlier than this, so thank you all for staying on till this time. So we're going to be getting ready to take the national anthem. So once we hear the sound, we're all going to rise to our feet to take the national anthem. That paper you gave me. Okay. Are we ready? So please, may we all rise up to take the national anthem.
National anthem, you guys. Thank you very much. You may all be seated. Good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, everybody. It's good to have you here. On behalf of the Office of the National Youth Leader of the All Progressive Congress and on behalf of Nest Resource Center, we welcome you to an evening with Honorable Minister Maigari Amadu, the Honorable Minister for Regional Development. It's a pleasure to gather here with distinguished young people, business owners, leaders, and committed youth advocates all over the country. Can we give ourselves a round of applause for the commitment we have shown to even gather here? Some of us have been here since like 4, and I want us to welcome everybody to this occasion, and we are glad and excited to have you here. We will be going ahead with the rest of the program in a bit.
So before we introduce some of our wonderful persons in the house, recognize some of our special guests, some of our wonderful people, I would like all of us to know that we're wonderful, right? So I want you to do a little thing for me. Can you turn to your neighbor on your left and on your right and say, "You look wonderful"? I mean it too. And you all do look wonderful. From our view, from our point of view, we can see just how beautiful, handsome, and wonderful you all look. So we'd like to acknowledge the presence of Dr. So me, I'm very terrible when it comes to pronunciation of names, so you're just gonna have to bear with me. Dr. Otiv Igbuzo. Did I get that right? Celebrate me now, you know. The founding executive director, African Center for Leadership, Strategy and Development. Is also the former chief of staff to the deputy president of the Senate. Please let's celebrate him once again. Thank you, sir, for honoring us with your presence.
Also, we have here among us, we have Alhaji Mutiu Are. He's the secretary of the Lagos State Governance Advisory Council. He's also the Southwest member of the board for the Northeast Development Commission. Thank you for joining us here, sir.
So before we call on the person who is going to give us our welcome speech, I would like to throw to the house why we're here. Can somebody tell us why we're here? Can somebody just stand up who is bold and brave and just tell us why we're all gathered here today? Any takers? Okay.
Do you need the microphone?
Because for some people it might just be for small chops and drinks, so you never know. Everybody has their own agenda. So we're just going to take 2 people and then we're going to move on.
Okay, good evening, all. Permit me to stay on the existing protocol. We are here to network. We are here to meet with the minister. We are also here to know about how we can improve our life. Thank you.
Please let's celebrate her. So we're going to take one more person and a male because we're doing gender balance. So once we take one person, we're just going to move on to the next.
One more person. Okay, I see you there, sir. Please.
You look like you were here for the food. You.
Okay, so hello, good evening. My name is Abaka Khalifa. So we are here for an engagement with the minister to know what are the projects and how the ministry intends to go about the newly established commissions. Thank you.
Please let's celebrate him one more time. Okay, since we're all aware for why we're here, for those who probably mistakenly strolled into this place, now you know what's going on here. So we're going to be introducing the head of human resources and performance management, Miss Nanyil, to give us the welcome address and opening speech for this event. Please celebrate her as she comes up.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this special gathering, an evening with the Honorable Minister of State for Regional Development, His Excellency Uba Maigari Amadu. My name is Nanyil, and I'm the head of Human Resource and Performance Management here at the Nest. So the Nest is a place where potential is born, hatched, and giving wings to fly, just like we have the bird's nest. And our aim here is to provide young Nigerians with training, mentorship, and opportunities to develop their skills in leadership, entrepreneurship, and innovation. And that's why we organize programs like this, to give people a platform to network and to connect with leaders. We are here tonight not just to share a space, but to share ideas, to share insights and inspiration about the future of our regions and indeed our nation. They say development is not built in a day, but with the right partnerships, policies, and passion, it certainly doesn't have to take forever either. So it's therefore a privilege to host a leader who embodies that vision and whose work speaks to the hope of balanced growth across every corner of our great country. And so on behalf of the Nest and the Office of the National Youth Leader of the APC, I warmly welcome you all today. Enjoy your evening. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope we are already having a good time. Briefly, we'll be joined by the Honorable Minister, but first and foremost, I would like us to welcome the National Youth Leader of the All Progressive Congress. He's a very astute professional. He has worked in various stratas within and outside Nigeria. He has gathered us here together. He has been a board member in the Lagos State Education Board. He has convened organized events, Nigeria, UK, New York, Canada, and he has been a forefront of the youth involvement and inclusion in Nigeria. He's also the national youth leader of the All Progressive, the largest party in sub-Saharan Africa. So I want you to stand up. It's not something, except anybody in your house has been national youth leader before, you should not be sitting. Stand up and please give a round of applause for our national youth leader. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are deeply honored and grateful. Thank you so much.
Wow, what a standing ovation. I hope people will clap for me like that too when they call my name one day. So the way you celebrated him, men will also celebrate you. Amen. So also, it is my privilege to introduce our guest of honor for this evening, His Excellency, Barrister Uba Maigari Amadu, the Minister of State for Regional Development. He is a seasoned lawyer and a committed public servant from Taraba State. He holds a law degree. He has served as Deputy Governor of Taraba State, a board member of FEMA, and as Minister of State for Steel Development, where he led transformative training. So today, he brings the same vision and dedication to boosting development across our region. So please join me as we welcome our Honorable Minister to take his seat.
Thank you very much for welcoming the Honorable Minister. It's good to have you here, sir. Also, we'll be having Miss Bolanle Wellington of Banky W. Wellington, yeah? Exactly. She will be co-hosting and moderating alongside the National Youth Leader for this fireside chat.
You
can celebrate her now. Yes. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of State for Regional Development of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the friend of the youth, our mentor, our friend, our big daddy, our chief daddy. We welcome you here to the Youth House, the first youth secretariat of any youth wing of any political party in the history of politics in Nigeria.
I'm happy to be here.
We also have the honor of having here in the house a lot of VIPs that I can't finish recognizing them. In particular, one of our own from Lagos, the secretary of the Governor's Advisory Council, the GAC, the people that determine who becomes the governor of Lagos State, alongside the secretary of the GAC, Alhaji Mutiware. Help me recognize him. We have the former First Lady of Bauchi State, Her Excellency Nana Abu Ali is also here with us. We have the former Chief of Staff to the former Deputy Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, also here, Mr. Otibe Igbuzo. And of course, just entering in another power from the villa, the Senior Social Assistant to the President on Disability Affairs. My own brother is also here with us here. The Chairman of the Northwest Development Commission is here. I think he just stepped out, is coming back inside. Okay. And also eminent delegations who have come here with the Honorable Minister from across different agencies, members of board parastatals, eminent individuals, and of course, the most important people in the room, the youth of the All Progressive Congress, the young people of Nigeria. Please help me give yourself a big round of applause. Your Excellency, we have been doing this event since we opened this place. We have had different guests. Usually we have 4 to 6, we have networking. And at 6, we come in to start. And sir, it's 5:45. This place is full. The overflow here is full. The overflow inside is full. The overflow under the canopies, we've actually had to ask for extra chairs to be brought in and rented so that people work. Because we've not yet at the starting time and people have not started coming. And that shows that people are really excited about having a conversation with you.
That shows that you're starting your magic early.
Thank you very much, sir. Your Excellency, do you miss Ministry of mineral
Still.
development. Do you miss steel development?
That's a tough one. But I will say quite honestly that I enjoyed the Ministry of Steel Development for a number of reasons. But I'll tell you one or two. I naturally love challenges. And I saw that posting, that initial posting, as a challenge to get the best out of us. Out of us, I mean, we were two ministers there. And it certainly impacted positively on my way of thinking, in problem solving, and trying to do things out of the box. So I will say it's a mixed bag, actually. I loved it, but naturally I had to move on, having been tasked with the responsibility of getting this new one off the ground.
What excites you about this new assignment?
It's wonderful because the Ministry of Regional Development is something we call a ministry without borders. Why? Because it covers a whole lot, from security, agric, environment, you name it. There is actually no boundary as to what we can do, even from the mandate we have from Mr. President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And I'm happy that I've been tasked with this challenging responsibility of getting a new ministry off the ground, especially that it is one ministry that is poised to affect positively the lives of Nigerians from millions to zero.
So you know, Minister Wike is Minister of Federal Capital Territory.
Yeah.
And so he's seen as the governor of FCT. And the Minister of State as the Deputy Governor of FCT.
Okay.
Now, your ministry is Ministry of Regional Development.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself Deputy Governor of the regions
No,
of Nigeria?
unless if you want to cause trouble for me. I'm just Minister of State, Regional Development.
And so, you have a couple of agencies under you.
Yeah.
I know Northwest.
There are 7 commissions actually. Maybe I'll give you a little background to
Yes,
the
sir.
creation. Mr. President graciously created this ministry. It was not by accident. It was carefully, well thought out. A manifestation of his plan for the country to regenerate every region based on what it has in its location. So the ministry was created exactly 24th October 2024. Then there were just 2 commissions that were active. The Niger Delta Development Commission and, of course, the Northeast Development Commission. But you know that he came in with a plan to create these commissions. Now we have 7 commissions in all. Not to waste your time, but let me just give a quick roundup. We have the Niger Delta Development Commission as the pioneer, the Northeast Development Commission. We now have the Southwest Development Commission, Northwest Development Commission, North Central Development Commission, Southeast Development Commission, and South-South Development
So
Commission.
I was going to ask, what's the
Yeah.
difference between NDDC and SSDC?
It's very clear, and I'm happy you asked this question. Ordinarily, politicians will want to get away from situations like this, and I'm one. But the president we have is a statesman.
Yes.
He is not always the politician you will expect him to be. I've had so many comments, and I've found myself in situations where I've had to answer those
Bless you.
those comments. Sorry.
Bolanle, I'm
Yeah.
coming to you soon.
Oh, take your time.
I've had the opportunity to answer some of these questions. Why the South-South Development Commission, besides having the Niger Development Commission, there are two different commissions, and I will say this. Just for the large-heartedness of Mr. President, ordinarily, someone would have said, okay, they have the Niger Delta Development Commission, so what? But he went out of his way to assuage the feelings of the South-South people. Why? Because not all states from the South-South are
And the Niger Delta.
oil-producing states. You'll need to understand that clearly. And so do not benefit from the 13% derivation. So if he had left it at that, you would have, we as a government would have excluded states like Imo, Edo, and I think one other state, who, for Edo, they're in the south, of course, but because they are not oil producing, they will not get 13% derivation. And how do you look at them like that? He went out of his way so as to bring everyone, okay, this is our country. It all belongs to us. It doesn't matter whether you are oil producing or not. We are greater together. That is the message here. And against the trouble, and I'm serious about this, against the trouble that would have created, he went out of his way to get the South-South Commission on ground, besides already having the Niger Development Commission. And there is no problem with that. You can see that the nation is quiet, everyone is happy. Now that everyone has gotten his commission, go utilize your resources, face the problems in your regions, and come back to the nation so that we continue as one Nigeria.
So, very soon we're going to go to the audience for questioning.
Yep.
Those in the overflows, you'll be able to write your questions down and they'll bring it to us. But before I go to Bolanle, has politics ever been a thing for you? Did you know that you were going to get here?
Well, if I was a soothsayer, I would say yes. But I will just say a thing or two. These things happen just naturally. I'm just a regular Joe like all of you. Went to school, did everything, and then started pursuing my career, what I wanted to do. By the way, I trained as a lawyer first, and I qualified, and I started moving there before an unfortunate incident changed completely my life's trajectory. So when I found myself where I found myself after what happened, naturally, I come from a political family. Many people do not know, except probably those who are from Taraba or from the former Gongola. My late father, God bless his soul, Right Honorable Maigari Amadou, was Speaker of Gongola State House of Assembly in 1983, 42 years ago. So I would say that I grew up in a political environment. Not like I was preparing for politics when I attained adulthood, but it just happened like that.
Did you do politics on campus?
Somehow, but not too deep, just peripherally, not too deep. But I never seriously contemplated going into politics while growing up, so to speak. But somehow it happened. I just joined. I was invited actually on an economic trip by the then governor of Taraba State, His Excellency, my boss, Reverend Jolie Nyame. That was way back in the year 2001, on a trip to Belgium with some politicians, members of the cabinet actually. Then I was just a private businessman. So while on a bus somewhere between Brussels and another settlement, we bumped into a conversation in the bus. There was then the serving deputy governor of Taraba State. He's deceased. May Allah bless his soul, Senator Saleh Usman Damboyi. He was in the bus and was the leader of the delegation. So we overheard them discussing about him running for the Senate. And a friend of mine who actually got me on the trip tapped me and said, did you get that? I said, yes, I heard, but because I didn't have anything to do with the politics, I didn't bother. Then he said that's an opening for you. I said, how? He said, okay, you're from the South. He's from the South. If he's going to the Senate, we will need someone from the South to replace him. And just like that, like I would say, combination of luck, destiny, providence came together. And like they say, the story is what has led us here. So many things have happened in between, but the most important is what I told you. That was my major break, and alhamdulillah, thanks be to Allah, I'm happy I'm here. And I'm sure Nigerians will be happier by the time we round up at our assignment at the Ministry of Regional Development, inshallah.
Your Excellency, what role does faith play in your journey?
Very well. And I'll tell you another story. It's not like it's a night of stories, though. I actually decided to run for an office in the year 2001, 24 years ago. And what was it? I wanted to be chairman of my local government. By the way, I come from Donga, headquarters of Donga local government of Taraba State. Because we were complaining behind the scenes that those who were in charge weren't doing anything. So an elder in my community asked me, all you do is complain, but you don't want to come and stay here because you think we are staying in the village, so to speak, although Donga is no village. So I took up the challenge. I said, okay, I don't want to complain again. I will participate to make a difference. So I got involved. I registered as a member of the party. I started everything with those in charge then. Then it got to the primaries for the local government chairmanship position for my local government. I knew I won the primaries because those who participated told me I won the primaries. But curiously, someone somewhere didn't like me being chairman. So they found a reason to get me out, that it wasn't the turn of my ethnic group to become chairman, as curious as that was. So they decided that, okay, I wasn't going to be chairman. I said, fine. Then the governor, then my boss, Reverend Jolie Nyame, said, okay, just forget it. We will find something and settle somehow. I said, no problem. I went my way. Lo and behold, as God will have it, the destiny part, I'm telling you now, some 4 months later, I was appointed the Pioneer Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs in Taraba State. It was from that position that I just gave you the abridged story before. It was from that position
That you on the trip.
that I got on the trip, which placed me at the right place at the right time again. And our former deputy governor that wanted to be senator decided he wanted to be senator. And I was right there, so just clicked. So the summary is destiny plays a very, very important role in our lives. If you don't believe this, you better believe it now. And it is connected with your faith. If you believe in God, you know that everything works for good as destined by God. And when such things come together, it doesn't matter whether the whole of Nigeria come together, nobody's going to stop you. And I want you to take this home. Believe in God, and that's all you need. Pray, work hard, be diligent, committed, and truthful to yourself and God, and everything will work out for good.
Thank you very much. Bolanle, over to you.
Okay. Wow. I hope we're all picking things from Minister here. I know I am. I'm taking notes as well.
Okay.
So thank you so far, sir. So I'll be asking more like a 3-in-1 question,
Good.
right? So beyond, I want to ask beyond the title of minister. I want to know who you are as a person. I mean, you've given us your background of how you became commissioner of chieftaincy to deputy governor. I think even in preparation of this, I think I read deep into your bio, and it mentioned somewhere where you served for your NYSC at the Department of Intelligence to honor your family like legacy, and which makes sense now because he has said that his family is into politics and all of that. So want to know, I mean, for people who are privileged to work with you, you know, to come. So we want to know your character as a person, like your attitude as a person. You know, Mahatma Gandhi would say a man is the product of his thoughts, like what he thinks he becomes, right? So want to know, like, even the moments in your career that has shaped you so far as a leader. So who are you aside, if we take out minister now, what do we find? Is this something, you know, it's something we're also curious about. So want to know how all of that plays out.
Well, like I said earlier, I am Uba Maigari Amadu. I was born in Ukari, the then headquarters of Ukari Division, now Ukari Local Government. I'm closer to 60 than I am to 50. I started school in a township primary school, just for primary school. Then my father, late father, was working as a police officer. He retired somewhere around 1978. So we relocated from Jos to Donga, my hometown. And you can imagine the confusion. So I started secondary school in Donga as well. Then suddenly the school was turned into the science school, and I wasn't science-based, so we had to move. I was moved to another school, India Government Secondary School in Takum, the hometown of the famous General T.Y. Danjuma. So I completed secondary school 1983, went straight to the University of Maiduguri, spent 5 years there, and graduated with a Bachelor of Laws, LLB honors. I went to the Nigeria Law School like all law school, law graduates were expected to, and I was finally called to bar 36 years ago. I'm sure you are not 36. Or even From there, of course, I went to I went for the National Youth Service Corps, and I served at the Department of Intelligence and Investigation of the Nigeria Police Force. I'm sure you wouldn't ask why, like all police children do. So I served in Enugu, the then Anambra State, and passed out a year after. And I've already given the later part of what happened. So from there on, I started small practice, combining it with the family business, filling the gaps. The earlier part I told Dayo.
But let me
This part, I am married to my lovely wife, Kaltum Ahmad Chanchangi, and we are blessed with 4 beautiful children. The oldest of them is Fatima Zahara, named after my late mother, and she is a medical doctor already, and somehow about 3 months ago she's married. I already am a grandfather. So that's just it. I'm a normal Nigerian who was doing his thing before getting here. So it's not any different from any one of you.
Can I add to Bolale's question?
Yeah.
If you weren't doing politics, what would you be doing?
I'm sure it will be law practice and a combination of two, law practice and business. My friends are lawyers, they're all seated here. They are practicing, and I'm sure it wouldn't have been anything different from what they are doing. It would have been law practice, and like all Nigerians do, they want to do something by the side. Definitely law practice and business, no doubt about it. Politics, yes, but I never expected or anticipated that it would be this deep. Yeah, and I'm happy it happened like this.
Bolale, I think we should go to His Excellency's work
Okay,
In the ministry.
in the Ministry of
Good.
Regional Development.
good.
Recently, you were commissioning a lot of hospitals
Yeah.
across Nigeria.
Hospitals?
Medical
Health centers.
health
Oh, okay.
centers.
Okay.
In primary health centers
Yes.
in Borno State,
Yeah.
and a couple of other places. Tell us about that.
Well, our engagement, maybe you should, I should tell you what the NEDC does. Northeast Development Commission, as an interventionist agency, has the mandate to practically put back in place all critical infrastructure that have been damaged by reason of the insurgency, and the health facilities inclusive. So that part you saw was a trip we embarked on to Borno State, which happens to be just one of the 6 states of the Northeast and our area of coverage. And I'm happy to say that under this government, we have done so much with the backing of Mr. President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And I think he deserves a resounding applause. With his support, we have been able to renovate completely the National Trauma Center at the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital, completely turn around the National Neo-Psychiatric Hospital in Maiduguri, Borno State. Under this government, we built a world-class pharma-grade drug storage facility in Borno State, and it is expected, like it's budgeted for, it's planned, that we will replicate this across the 6 states of the Northeast. Besides these ones that I have told you, there are many other medical facilities that are undergoing rehabilitation. But the one critical aspect that I want you to take home away with this, before the advent of this government, you wouldn't believe that the whole of the Northeast, we had just one MRI machine to service the whole states. And it used to be located in Damaturu, the capital of Yobe State. Wow. So you can imagine if someone needed MRI services in Taraba, you would have to be ferried to Yobe, and you can imagine how that could possibly...
From Bauchi or from
oh yes, you can take it to the bank. Until now, under this government, we have issued procurement documents for the purchase of 12 numbers, and each one is valued at about 3.5 billion naira because we are taking the best. We've issued procurement letters for the supply of 12 units to be fixed in federal health facilities in the Northeast. And as we speak, 6 numbers are on their way to be fixed in the 6 states. First, so that every state gets one before the second batch of 6 MRI machines get here.
I think we should give a proper round of applause.
That is just one aspect of the intervention we are doing through the commissions. Don't forget, I do not only oversee the Northeast Development Commission. We have the Northwest Development Commission. You can see the chairman of the Northeast.
Can we, Mr. Chairman, sir, please stand up, sir. Please give the chairman a big round of applause.
And also the North Central Development Commission, with its capital in
Honorable Mr. I think Dr. Alhaji Are is also a member of the Northwest.
No, he's a member of the Northeast.
Northeast, okay.
He's a member of the North, a very respected one at that, member of the Northeast Development Commission. That is just one aspect of many things we are doing. But we can go on and probably take all day if we have to. I'm happy Alhaji is here. He was part of our tour. We are intervening in virtually all sectors of the economy. You won't believe that the commission procured 2 giant dredgers. They are there, and what were they for? To clear the Lake Chad Canal, free it of the accumulated waste, weed, and all sorts. And it's all aimed at getting our people back to work. The fishermen will be engaged, farmers will farm better, and it will enhance security of the area, because before now, insurgents used to hide under those debris accumulated around the Lake Chad region. That is for health, for education.
Yeah, I was going to go there.
Yeah, for education, we have built lecture theaters, 500-seater capacity lecture theater at the Yobe State University Yobe State University actually, and mega schools comprised of 3 blocks, 2-story buildings, and one particular one that is of interest, and I think you should pay attention, because I see you going places too, and education is your background. Yes. There's this school in Yobe, in Damatu, Potiskum actually.
And you know I'm damaging Potiskum.
Oh, really? That's good, because it's applause for you. There's this school in Potiskum, it's called Ari Chime Primary School. In the whole country, there is no school that is as populated as that.
Wow.
It has 14,000 and counting pupils. And what did the government do? It built 6 blocks of 2-story buildings of classrooms, staff quarters, a clinic, and the Yobe State government graciously donated an ambulance.
Wow.
I think it will take a lot of time before we find the kind of character in the leadership we have now to push resources in critical areas of need. That alone, that school alone, captured all the pupils in the surrounding environments, communities, bringing them all together under one roof. Because there are instances, many, Potiskum is a very big city with many people coming in, especially truck drivers. I don't know why they always park there. But for whatever reasons, there are so many schools, small schools littered around. And the government, with wisdom, decided to bring all these children into one place for security, for safety, for attention. And you bet me, when you go there, you see that world-class security facility. I went out of my way to commend the contractor. We hardly do. But because he did a wonderful job, we commended him. And I think this should be taken seriously. You cannot do anything without education. The one that will blow your mind is this one we have that is called Brick to Bed program. It's a program conceived from the ministry. We are implementing it in the Northeast. We intend to do so in the North Central and the Northwest. And what do we do? What do we intend to do? As we speak, we've identified 2 secondary schools per senatorial zone. We are taking the most deplorable, the ones that are in the worst conditions, and we turn them back into the best situation they were before now. That way, we intend to take our pupils back to hostels, because it's a different experience. If you've been in a boarding school before, you understand what I mean. It's a lot different if you come from home to school than staying as a boarder, because there are many advantages, discipline, even studying too. You study better. There are no TVs in the boarding house, but our children now stay home and go to school. So the target is to return these schools to where they were at inception. And we are rolling them out in a few weeks' time. In fact, we intend to embark on a road trip again in 2 weeks. And that is for the purposes of some stone breaking ceremonies and commissioning of projects. We recently deployed over 6,100 watt street lights, solar street lights in the 6 states of the Northeast. We are moving. We've captured Taraba, we've captured Adamawa, we've captured Borno. We are moving now to Bauchi, Gombe, and Yobe. That is for the Northeast. And all these interventions we are doing, we intend to replicate them in the Northwest and in the North Central to the glory of God Almighty.
Wow, 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 wow. From health centers to education to street lights. Well, can we say he's a working minister? So we'd like to know further the e-mobility scheme under the Renewed Hope agenda. You were recently in China to inspect e-vehicles to be procured. Can you tell us more about?
I think credit should be given, first of all, to His Excellency the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima.
Another son of the Northeast.
Oh, yes. A valuable son of the Northeast. Because the office of the Vice President, before the creation of the Minister of Regional Development, was in charge of overseeing the Northeast Development Committee. And the project was actually conceived before the ministry was created and we came on board. But we took over. And what is it about, like you said? We are saddled with, we've been saddled with insurgency for upwards of 11, 12, 13, 14 years now, like joke. And we decided, the people of the Northeast, that is, decided to be proactive, solve problems on the go, not to wait like it's totally over. Yeah, the insurgents have been degraded largely. They now just come out on one-off attacks, most times for stealing of foodstuffs and money to get going. The idea is there are areas in the interior, in the Northeast, that have been destroyed, where electricity installations have been destroyed. And if you follow the news, you'll know that from time to time, insurgents attack high-tension wires on the road, on the highways, which are very difficult to man anyway. So what do? We are looking at procuring independent, completely off-grid solar solutions for local governments in all of these regions. And we've started. We've gotten a supplier that is for normal electricity requirement. For the e-mobility, it's also connected to the insurgency. You know that they use petroleum, they use fuel, they use petrol and diesel for their logistics. And most times, if dealers of these commodities go to those areas, they hijack them and they use them to perpetrate their criminalities. So as a solution, we decided to get electric vehicles. So far, Alhaji was on the trip. We procured 3,700 electric tricycles for deployment to states of the Northeast. Why? To cut out the supply from those deadly areas so that they don't have, it's like someone on cocaine and you take off the drugs. They are mad now, they are crazy, they are not getting fuel for their operations. Yeah. That is intended to secure the area so that the insurgents, the few that are left there, don't have supply. But most importantly, the world is going green, it's going electric.
Green energy.
And to take down emission, carbon credit in exchange, you know that there are benefits when you switch from, what do you call it again?
From carbon emissions to clean energy.
Yes, and to clean energy. So the idea is to transit, it's an energy transition plan, moving from fossil fuel to green energy. Is it not curious that the e-revolution is starting from the Northeast? Yeah. Of all places, it's starting from the Northeast, not from...
Sir, Southwest is coming, sir.
We have procured e-tricycles, like I said, some for transportation of humans and some for transporting cargo. The idea is to engage our able-bodied men and women, those who are hardworking, farming to sustain themselves and earn a living, and for economic reasons, at least they have means of moving their farm produce to the markets without having to worry about petroleum and the cost and availability. But that is not just it. We have 280 taxis, electric vehicles too, and some buses, all electric. We are not stopping at just electric vehicles alone. We are also going into solar irrigation pumps. You know that the Northeast is virtually agrarian. Every state in the Northeast farms. So we are deploying solar-powered electric pumps to get our people back to the farms through irrigation, so that you don't have to wait until the rainy season before you go to the farm. With the solar-powered pumps, we intend to encourage people who are interested in farming all year round, and it's coming at a subsidized rate for the benefit of our people who put us in place, who put us in government in the first place.
Okay. Minister, sir, you know, most of these projects you've mentioned, they seem like, how does your ministry coordinate with both state and local governments to ensure that to avoid like duplication?
That's the easiest part. We are not working in silos. The states are our partners, and that is how we relate with each other. In fact, not like doubling into some other areas. Recently, when some executives of our commission, one of our commissions, most of them got their accommodation from state governments. And most of these state governments, some of these state governments are not even APC state governments. Some have donated, many have donated the office buildings, donated vehicles. The chairman of Northwest Commission reported donations in that regards. We have taken delivery of vehicles, Hilux vehicles and buses. In a nutshell, the idea is to work together. It's a partnership. We synergize for progress. Development has no enemy. No state governor will reject development coming to his state. So the sharp ones are actually reaching out to the commissions. They are not waiting until we come. They are going after us. And we're happy. And we're all doing this. It's one country, my sister. And we are working for the generality, for the well-being of the people. On this score, development that is, There is no APC. Yes, we are APC. We want to win election again, by the way, inshallah. we are APC, but development cuts across parties. So everyone is on board, and we are partnering with the state governors, and they are doing very, very well. They are cooperating with us. That is to say, they are cooperating with us, and we are seeing the results, without which nothing works. It is in our collective interest to work together. And I'm happy to report that so far, so good.
Okay. Please, let's celebrate our minister.
I think at this point, we're going to go to the audience. Where's the microphone? Where's the microphone? This is the real part of why we're here tonight.
Go there.
We want to now hear from all of you. If you're here, if you are in the porter cabin here, if you're in the front, they will take the microphone around.
Thank you.
I see a few hands up already. We'll start from those in this hall here before we then go into the various overflows.
So I have a question from someone in the house.
Yep.
Thankfully, the person has my number, so he sent it to me on WhatsApp.
Well, let's hold on for the text one. Let's get them to first, the ones who are bold enough. Okay. So if you're the one that sent
so
the message,
if you sent it to me, be bold enough to ask the question.
Okay, we'll come to you. So first, I'll take that gentleman in brown. Yeah, in gray. Yes, stand up. Yes. Thank you. Don't worry, we have enough time. About 5. We usually just start by this time, but this is like, go ahead. Your name and, if possible, what you do and your question. 30 seconds, so we can take as much people. Your speaker is not working. Sheol, can you look at that speaker?
Hello? Yeah, okay, thank you. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Honorable Minister.
Good evening.
My name is Allwell Ejirika. I have a background in transaction advisory and public-private partnership structuring. And over the years, I've been privileged to support PPP initiatives across Nigeria, ranging from agribusiness value chain to renewable energy, transport, and state-level infrastructure projects. In these roles, I've seen firsthand how PPPs, when properly structured, can serve as powerful vehicles for regional development, attracting capital, creating jobs, and reducing physical.
You sound like
Jambo.
No. It sounds like it's a chat GPT question.
No, I wrote it down so that it will be very.
Okay, go to it.
But that's actually my background. I'm into finance and.
So what do you want? What can the minister do with you?
Okay, so one recurring issue that the youth's participation in this space have seen, even me, I have seen this personally, is barriers regarding access to finance, technical knowledge, and many professionals as well are confronted with systemic bottlenecks.
Okay.
Yeah. So now my question is, from your position as minister,
yes,
what practical policy levers or institutional mechanisms can be put in place to enable the youths engage in meaningfully in public-private partnership structuring and participation, like private company participation, to drive this regional development, because it's going to be a win-win for everybody. The government can provide their own end and security, while the private and finance institutions can also bring their own side to make these things better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'll take the gentleman with the red hat. I think you are from Bono.
I will.
I wanted you to write it down, so we'll take about 5
I actually got confused because I didn't understand what he was asking. I don't know, maybe you can just cut it short and ask, because I lost track of I didn't understand.
Forget ChatGPT, ask normally.
So
the question
yes, is how can youths particularly skip all of the bottlenecks using leveraging the policy from...
Which policy?
So we know that there is the FEC policy, there is the BPP Procurement Act. Yeah. And some states have their own states development agencies that have their own policies.
Okay.
But across board, I've seen a lot of bottlenecks, particularly with the fact that if young people want to go into this kind of thing...
Procurement, contracts.
Yeah, not just contracts, PPP, business deals. Yes, so that it can actually be... It can work over time, because contract is just one of, it just benefits a set of people and that's it. But businesses that can actually go public in Nigeria will do a very big deal when it comes to regional development, because it's long term, it can stay for 10, 20 years. I mean, the Nigerian Stock Exchange only have less than 200, probably less than 300.
Okay, so if I get your question right, how can we is the bottlenecks and bureaucracies that hinders young businesses, startups, and business from young people from leveraging PPP with regional development ministries or agencies. Does that summarize it?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Okay, thank you. The gentleman first, and I'll come to this lady. We're coming to, don't worry, we're going around. We'll take about 7 group in this one, and then we'll come back. Okay, yes, go ahead.
Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of State.
Yes.
Our wonderful national youth leader.
Thank you, sir.
I think our presence here today gave us more insight on what the Minister of Regional Development is doing. But
You didn't recognize the lady, oh.
She has been smiling since and making us laugh. So you are welcome. My name is Ambassador Mahmoud Abubakar. I'm the National Convener of Concerned Nigerian Youth for Good Governance.
Good, sir.
My question is more or less like our own point of view. As I said from the beginning, that we are happy to be here with you today. Because many of us take the Ministry of Regional Development as a ghost ministry.
Ghost?
Yes.
Okay.
A ministry that don't exist.
Really?
Yes. A ministry that we don't hear anything about them.
Are you serious?
Apart from you, we don't even know who the senior minister is. We only see him on papers and pictures, and we don't see the activities. That brings me to my question.
Which is why we are here today.
Yes. That brings me to my question. You know, with the creation of all the regional commissions and with the creation of the ministry itself, the question comes that what is actually the need of the ministry when all those commissions can actually be doing
their work directly?
What the ministry will do. I think we believe the ministry will just be there to coordinate and tell them that what are you doing, which NDDC is doing that even before the creation of the ministry. What is actually the
role of the ministry?
Of the ministry apart from wasting resources? Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take that lady.
Hello, everyone. All protocol duly observed.
So what I want us to understand, is part of this platform is we're not the only one here. We also have people who are watching online. They're following on Zoom, on YouTube. And the outcome of the conversations here are also going to be used on social media with photo cards. So no matter how your question is, feel free to ask. The response will not just help you, but also those who are at home. And we've done this so that you don't complain again and say we don't know what the ministry is doing. Because today you will know what the ministry is doing. Go back, Abba. Oh yeah.
My name is Honorable Doris Amaka. I'm the National President, Association of Youth Women in Leadership.
Good.
Yes, this program is a very interesting one. And I just want to let us know, draw our attention back that this is the only time youths are getting closer to the government.
True.
Yes, since the inspection of democracy, you know, youths are really getting closer to the government and the government is getting closer to the youths. Let's give a round of applause for that. So, and number 2, my question is, I love what they are doing in the Northeast and in the Northwest. The schools, they rebuild and the infrastructures they are putting in place. What measures are they keeping in place to make sure that the insurgents doesn't come back to destroy these things again? Because it's not about building them. It's about, you know, protecting them and making sure they are there, long-lasting for the people and for Nigeria. And another thing is that how are they going to protect it? Especially the farmers. You talked about giving them equipment. It's not about giving them equipment to go to farm. It's about how are the farmers going to be protected in the farm so that they go to farm without any form of fear. You know? So once the fear is removed and they were able to go to farm, they will succeed.
I think that's a fantastic question. Thank you very much. I'll take the gentleman. I'll go around, don't worry. You all have your chance. Minister is not going anywhere today. He's with us.
Good evening, everyone. Permit me to stand on already existing protocols. My name is Dr. Joshua. I'm into finance and agro-business commodity as well. So I would head direct to address my questions as regards agriculture in the country and different regions. So I really want to know what the ministry is doing to aid trade within Nigeria, from the north to the south, the east and the west, because there are different products we have in Nigeria and it's very difficult. Transportation, so I'll use onions for example. I mean, onions is in the north, let's say Kano, and we get it to the east, but it's difficult in recent times because of transportation. And most states don't even know what they have. There's no orientation, there's no information anywhere except Google. I mean, not everybody would be there. So I really want to understand what the ministry is doing at least to address, inform, and let people know how they can trade within the different regions.
Thank you.
Yes,
I think that's also a fantastic question because I'm sure the minister will allude to the rail initiative that they're going to, they're looking into in the north. I know that you will go there, sir.
It's very important.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, next question. There's a gentleman at the back with the one with the hand like this. Yes. Oh yeah, please give him the mic. Are you done? Are you done, Dr. Josh?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Honorable Minister.
Good evening.
My name is Precious Chooks. I am the CEO and co-founder of Rizlo, a real estate startup, building a realty hub powered by advanced AI, 3D, and blockchain technologies. So my question is this: does the Ministry of Regional Development work with independent startups like mine? Can they work with independent startups like mine? Or do you guys work strictly with governments?
Okay, well, is there any particular solutions you think that you have for the ministry that you like them to consider?
Yes.
So shoot your shot.
So the platform I'm building is the first of its kind in Africa.
What problem does this solve?
Housing.
Okay.
Housing crisis. So what we're doing is we're introducing technology to streamline the process of investments into the real estate sector. For example, one of the things we're trying to do is to authenticate property documents with the relevant agencies before it goes live online. And that way we can also encourage the diaspora to invest in property development in Nigeria.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, I'll take 2 more questions in this round, then we'll come back. Don't worry, your second round. Sorry. There's a gentleman here. We'll come to you, Alaji. Not the one in suit, the one behind him. Yes. Yeah, who's taking the mic around? Yeah, that gentleman, yes. No, in the front. Yes.
Good evening, all. Standing on existing protocol.
Yep.
I'm glad you started your career from Jos. I'm also a Josite. Greetings to all Josites. So my name is Nanju Christopher Wiep, and I am an environmental health scientist by training. And part of my passion is helping humanity. And there was a time I was a consultant for Christopher Blinding Mission, and we were during our trip to Buari, there was a little boy who was infected with the dreaded lymphatic filariasis. I mean, it was an emotional time for all of us.
Yeah, so questions or direct comment?
Yes, and the question is, what is the government doing to alleviate that burden on the youth of Nigeria?
What burden exactly?
Of neglected tropical diseases.
Diseases.
Okay. Yes. And then secondly, I'm looking at the elders too, because the elders have experience and knowledge. My mother happened to teach in the Nigerian Air Force for some time, and she retired and still able and intellectually sound. What measures can you put in place for such people who still have the mental and physical capacity to impact the society?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll take, there's a gentleman at the back, yeah, with that Bono cap. Yes. Don't worry, every hand will get to ask. I don't want to spread it around, please, trust me.
Oh, the Honorable Minister, our youth leader, Honorable Adamu Abari from Abuja Municipal Area Council in FCT here. My question here is regional integration and regional cooperation a mechanism for developmental stride. And I have carefully listened to you on what you have encapsulated via your office. But we have an issue in Nigeria which is very problematic on our border porosity. Having saddled with this responsibility, sir, what advice have you given to the president regards to this border porosity that led to armed proliferation in our country? Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's another beautiful question. Okay, there's a lady beside you there. We'll take that last one. And then this is what we're going to do. I've seen questions from the overflow. What I want us to do is that when we go to the second round, we'll take the microphone. We know we cannot see you, but we'll take a microphone there. Whoever takes the mic there will then say, I have a question, somebody with a question here. You know how they do in church when the pastor's on the stage and then they are doing miracle on that. They'll say, there's a miracle here. So you let us know that there's a question there. We want them to ask their question live, even though we can't see them. Yeah. Thank you. So we'll take this Elijah. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you so much for giving me the mic. Thank you so much. Let me first of all appreciate the honorable youth leader. Like I said the last time, this is my second time here. I hardly goes around to say what happens in town. But the youth leader has been doing something wonderful. Like we said, like we said, it is not possible for government to share money to everybody. But what they can give to us is empowerment. And information is an empowerment. I watched the last program. I was at the previous program. You can imagine the number of people that benefited from the people that was brought. So, sir, to the Honorable Minister, I've watched you severally on TV Speaks. I know you're actually good. God has blessed you with the word of mouth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I hope I'm not a liar.
So thank you so much on that. But why was I raising my hand consistently is that something that is very painful. I am new in Abuja. I used to work in the state. I've worked for almost 25 years plus. This is the first time as a civil servant I am seeing with my two eyes what government is doing clearly. Most of the time, when we get to hear what government does is during the political campaign. So I was just wondering, why is it that political people are not bringing to limelight what they are doing day to day? It is not just say you appear on Arise TV. It is not just say you have a Twitter account. Because what people used to say is that, okay, there was a time we were talking about CMMT or something. And I was talking to people. As at that time, I was in Enugu. They were not aware. They told me I was aware because I am a Muslim and I wear hijab, that I am a Milokon. So I was trying to say no. So they now asked me.
We are all a Milokon now.
Yes, we have.
So we are Nigerians.
Yes. So they now said, and which was the truth, that how come during the campaign, everybody will hear what is going on? How come now that they don't hear what is going on?
Good. We
so,
have an answer.
Sir, my little suggestion is that...
Oh, it's a suggestion and not a question.
Yeah, I don't have a question, sir.
Okay.
What I have is just a bit of suggestion, if I'm permitted.
Go ahead, very quickly.
And my little suggestion is that, can it be possible to make use of paid social media adverts to actually bring to... I know APC Youth Group does that a lot because that is how I actually come across what they do. But like what the Regional Development Ministry is doing is a lot. We are not aware, sir. Yeah. And we need to be aware. And for some of us that are your loyalists, we need to have information to be able to say, oh, this is what my minister is doing. You don't need to know us. This is what my minister is doing. See. And they could also see for themselves. So I want to say that that is very important. Another medium way of giving out information apart from the regular one.
Thank you very much.
And also, sir, sorry.
I
am passionate because we were talking about regional development. Yeah. I would say this is one of the best things that is coming from the Asiwaju presidential. I just hope that the train will continue for some times so that there will not be a stop on the way. So I will say that, sir, you have done wonderfully well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ajia.
Sir, 1 minute. You have done wonderfully well. You cannot do all. But I will say that, are you actually looking at, you have a lot of teeming youth looking at a way for them to survive. So what readily came across is activities, business that are estranged to each of the region. Like, for example, I know that North, that is where we get our cows from. So I just used to wonder, why do we need to bring live cows from Maiduguri, from Jalingo to Lagos?
Good idea.
Why we can easily have imported chicken, frozen fish from thousands of miles away? Why can't we have them as a frozen meat? Why can't government have frozen freezers, big industrialized freezers in Maiduguri? What happened to freezers fan that can move around, abattoir that will be controlled by government? Though it will be a paid service, it will not be free. People that will use it will not be free. And then what happens to tomatoes? Why can't it be grinded? Why can't we grind them, ice it, and take it to Lagos?
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister, we'll take response to this one. It was a good closing question for the first round. Then get the mic ready, go to the front hall. And then when I signal, you can hear us.
You're still taking some more questions?
No, after your answer to this.
Let me start from the last Alaja. Surprisingly, we are also interested in tomatoes. It will surprise you to know that the president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, actually asked a question like this: how come tomato, onions, and pepper became unavailable sometimes last year? That is to show you that he is at home with the basic issues Nigerians are dealing with when it became unavailable. And we have a solution we are working on. Before I left the Ministry of Steel Development, we bumped into a presidential approval which was granted by late President Muhammadu Buhari. May Allah grant him Al-Jannah Al-Firdaus. The summary of the approval that we took was to give the Ministry of Steel Development then the powers to recover over 3,000 abandoned ships and vessels in Nigeria's territorial waters. We partnered with some private sector people to take out these vessels and to do what? Break them down and convert them into greenhouses. The idea was to make over 200,000 greenhouses at the first instance. And what were we going to do with them? For young people, or even everyone that was interested, get one greenhouse. We support you with some fund for startup. We know that countries like Kenya export ornamental plants, flowers to Europe. You won't believe that in Nigeria, this same country we live in, we have all climatic conditions available in Nigeria. It is still work in progress. Although I left the Ministry of Steel Development, but it's still the same government and it's targeted at the same people, the youth constituency. And I want to use this opportunity to assure Alaja and many others who are worried about this occasional perennial shortages that we will migrate this project to the Ministry of Regional Development, because like I said earlier, we are a ministry without borders. Yeah. And our target is to solve problems. We will get this, and I assure you that we will get them very soon. Your other question about availability of protein, meat, fish, and chicken, that is the responsibility of the private sector. What government does is to provide the enabling environment. And I agree with you. I am sure the Minister of Livestock, Alhaji Maiha, has something directly in connection with what you raised. In summary, Government will take these issues seriously. I will report it to the Minister of Livestock, and I will assure you that we'll get a feedback through DIO. The other issue you raised about information, not getting the right information. Mr. President, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu directed all ministers to actually serve as ministers of information, not to leave Alhaji Malagi alone with the task of publicizing all the activities of government. Like I am here now. My colleague Bosun Tijani was here the other time. It is our responsibility to put into the public space all the work we are doing. And we cannot achieve that unless we get the cooperation of the populace. For me, as an individual, I'm active. I have my media handles, Instagram, Facebook, Trade, whatever. We have all of them. If you check, you'll find MRD, HMS, MRD. Go online, I'm sure you get all the information you need on our activities as the Ministry of Regional Development. Yes,
that. But not TikTok.
Not TikTok, because we are not dancers. Not TikTok. Seriously, not TikTok. So we are available. We are all on the handles. We have all the handles. If you check, you'll find. And you will be amazed by the content of what we've been able to do. We've done so much, although there is yet some more to be done, which is natural. Yes. I hope I've answered some of your questions, Elijah. Back to the PPP guy. We have, luckily we have an expert here. Mike Magaji is Executive Director of Bureau for Public Enterprises, BPE. Although the agency in charge of PPP is a different one, but I'll say this. If you have the right product, develop your product. Make it very, very convincing, like you would if you were going for this pitch to get in on a project that is dear to you. If you make it more convincing, I think there will always be an opportunity for you. But as a direct answer to your question, as it affects the Ministry of Regional Development, we have many projects which we are partnering through PPP with many people in your category. Nothing stops you from working to any of these development commissions, be they in the Southeast or Northeast, whichever one your project aligns with. I can guarantee you that as we speak, we have 4 bankable projects that are already in the offing that are going to come on stream through PPP. One is the Northeast Airline, which we are partnering with professionals, with some business people from Oman in the Gulf region. We have the Northeast Rail, and it's connected to the question one person asked here, the Northeast Rail. You will be amazed that we're thinking about rail. Yes, we know that it's capital intensive. We don't have all the money to do that, but we've hired a reputable consulting firm. And luckily too, the firm is headed by a Nigerian who is an expert in arranging these agreements, PPPs, for infrastructure, for businesses like this. The target of getting the Northeast Rail, first and foremost, by the way, the 6 governors of the Northeast are all agreed on pushing this out. They are in support of this, and we are working together to see it through. What we intend to do is to build a rail track from between the Northeast to connect it with Calabar. And you say why? You will ask why Calabar. Every year we have incidences of criminals, I would say criminals, attacking people ferrying either food products or live animals to the south. The idea is to take out this risk, put them on carriages, ship them to Calabar. Calabar has a port. For those who are interested in export, That is the destination to go to. But if you are not into export, when you take them to Calabar, this you've taken them to the south, will work out modalities. The responsibility of these commissions and government is to put in place the necessary infrastructure to get businesses off the ground. So we are solving 2 or 3 programs and problems with the Northeast Rail Line. Security, food security, and promoting businesses in a convenient and modern way of doing things. I hope I've answered your question. And someone asked about what measures the government is taking to make sure that insurgents don't come back to destroy infrastructure the government that the commissions through the government through the commissions have put in place. Unfortunately, I can't tell you the details because you don't discuss security matters in open places. Not for reasons of whether we don't trust anyone. No, it's not like that. That's the convention. But I'll tell you this much. If you follow my handles, that is on the social media, you'll have noticed that about a month ago, we had a very beautiful session, interactive meeting with the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, within the premises of the Ministry of Regional Development. And the essence of this meeting was to come together and solve these problems. The commissions through the ministry through the commissions are putting back critical infrastructure in place. And like you rightly observed, we saw the need to put the mechanism in place to protect this valuable critical infrastructure. The only sorry part is I can't tell you the details, but be rest assured we are working towards securing lives and government's investment there as we should be. Another gentleman, I think, asked about food availability. We have this program we call RDF 3AS, Regional Development, Food Availability, Accessibility, and 1A again. And the target is we are partnering with NALDA to make available 5,000 hectares in each of the states of the Northeast, Northwest, and the North Central. Like I said earlier, the North is majorly agrarian. The idea is to use NALDA, clear land, and deploy resources, not like going directly into farming. Identify those who are interested so that we come in between to provide needed input and little cash to enable you farm. Then we have a partnership with Al Nasser. It's an international produce brokerage firm based in Saudi Arabia. They also were in the ministry about a month ago. We have an agreement, an off-taker agreement. The target is whatever we grow in those areas, they would off-take, take to wherever the farmer gets the value because they don't take until they pay. That is one program that is designed to enrich the local populace, reducing rural-urban migration. If you walk in the hinterland, farm, and you are guaranteed of getting paid, getting your money where you are, why do you have to relocate to Abuja to be running around? The idea is to get our people going, and we get food available for food security, and our locals will get financial inclusion, thereby qualifying them to credit so as to enhance their businesses. That is another beautiful one from the stable of the Ministry of Regional Development. We also, startups. Someone asked about the, what is it again? AI, the AI startup. I am still thinking through your question, even as I respond. AI is the way to go, I agree with you. But I think at the stage we are as a Minister of Regional Development, to venture into AI will make us IA. But I won't stop at that. I will want to see you again, probably at the ministry. It is likely I did not understand what you meant very well. So on a serious note, I will want to see you so that we upscale the discussion. Maybe if I understand it better, I will come back and profile solutions through the ministry here if Dayo permits. What else? You should be reminding me of some of the questions. Diseases. What are we doing to curb these diseases? Professor Pate is a world-class health professional. He is better suited to answer your question. But I'll answer you from my little corner in the Ministry of Regional Development. We are partnering with the Office of the First Lady to develop this project that I have. One of them is here. One of the people who facilitated the program is seated. I wouldn't want to get him into trouble, but he's seated here. We intend to put in place one 50-bed hospital per senatorial zone, specially dedicated to women and children. That is the title of the whole project, 50-bed women and children hospital. What is it intended to do? For some places like the Northwest, with no pun intended, we have pervasive poverty, which is responsible for some of the diseases. We are targeting cases of VVF, cleft, and such other diseases that are associated with the places rural dwellers stay in our society. So the intention is to deploy these small health facilities to deal with these special cases such that they don't have to leave their rural communities, go to the urban centers in search of attention, medical attention for these cases. That one is on the board. If you check our, I think there are some hush around, maybe we'll pay more attention. That is on the board and it is about taking off. I want to assure you that with the commissions, all three under my watch, and I believe the same on the opposite side with my colleague taking care of those in the south. All commissions now on board, believing shortly you will begin to see these things transform into reality. Some are already in motion. We are executing some, like the projects I mentioned earlier. 70% of them are already ongoing. But for these ones that I have spoken, we are being truthful because we are responsive as a government. We want to give you the true situation of things on ground. Those I'm speaking about now, I classify as those on the board. Those that are ongoing, I've clearly stated that these ones are ongoing. I hope I have answered your question on the health issue. I also spoke about border. My name is Uba Maigari Amadou, Minister of State for Regional Development. I'm sure you know Bumi Ojo, who is Minister of Interior. My friend is more qualified to answer your question on border security. Anything I say now may be confusing. But seriously, I think we can take that to the Minister of Interior. I'm sure he is doing wonderfully. You agree with me that he's doing wonderfully well too in his assignment. And I think he deserves a round of applause. I think I've taken all questions. And if I skipped anyone unintentionally, you can remind me while we go on.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, you have a question? Okay, please give him the microphone.
I'm sure there is a question.
Oh, okay. We're coming inside to you.
Okay,
Then we'll take Honorable Kohe.
Yeah. We'll come to you, don't worry. We'll take another set of about 10 now.
Okay.
Go ahead, yes.
Good evening, my honorable minister. One
Good
minister
evening.
that is representing me in the Federal Executive Council from
Okay.
Taraba State. My name is Dr. Dauda Adamu.
Good.
I'm the DG of Tinubu National Alliance for 2027. Honorable Minister, Thank you so much. You have enlightened us in such a way that majority of people who have met around you and your capacity to deliver are now seeing the kind of person you are made of.
Thank you for the kind words.
You're welcome. My friend Dio, thank you so much, Your Excellency. You've been doing a great job, and God will see you through. You're an excellent fellow. I admire you a lot. Honorable Minister, Regional Development. I have a concept, and I thought maybe probably could be adopted, if possible. We need to dream big and find a way to connect our regions. And so I thought about this. Currently Egypt is building a multi-billion-dollar new city. They are moving away from the current capital that they have into another one. We have done similar thing with a lot of states in the past, Calabar, Lagos, and now Abuja. I'm just thinking out of the box. Could it be possible for the Ministry of Regional Development to come up with an idea of how we can have rotational seat of power among the 6 geopolitical zones that we have? Select one, state at a time, deploy resources. Let the president and the seat of power move to that particular place for a certain period of time. Doing that is likely going to attract development to each of these specific regions. And by the time the country is developed to a certain capacity, I know it's not going to be something that can be done at a go, but I think it is an idea that can easily be put on the table and begin to think possibly begin to build brand new cities.
Thank you.
I know a lot of people are concerned about, some of the things that matter to them most. But Nigeria is growing. At the rate at which Nigeria is growing, and as the giant of Africa, we need to, I don't mean to say we have, it's a misplaced priority, but we need to begin to think out of the box and begin to create an idea, that scared the living deal out of us. Thank you so much.
The gentleman in white has a question. You still have your question, or you want him to read it? You want to ask it, or you want to read it?
Honorable Kovier, please.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I should, okay. So we have a question from Honorable Andrew, Governing Council Board Member, National Mathematical Center. Right? He's also the National Organizing Secretary for the Forum of Governing Council Members of Tertiary Institutions in Nigeria. Yeah. So his question, which is a bit funny, he said, since the establishment of this ministry, sir, what can you say is the positive impact the ministry has made or planning to make in respect to reducing poverty? More importantly, the cry of hunger and hardship from some Nigerians across the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria. Even the likes of His Excellency Rotimi Amechi, who is very hungry right now.
Thank you very much. Let me quickly also recognize...
Thank you very much. Dayo, please, just a minute.
No, before your question, 1 second. I want to recognize the presence of Senator Binta Masi Garba. She's also with us here. Thank you very much for being here. Okay, so go ahead with your question.
All right, thank you very much, Dayo. My name is Alhaji Hussein Abubakar Age. I'm the National President, Northern Nigerian Development and Peace Initiative. We are very happy that the Honorable Minister of Regional Affairs is here. At least for the first time, a Ministry of Regional Affairs have been formed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Before it was the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs. So we are in the top front of agitation because for me, I'm a comrade, I'm an activist. And for some time now, it is not easy to talk about unity and peace of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. In the Ministry of Regional Development, we have militants, ex-militants, that have dropped their arms for peace of the Niger Delta, which is true. And the ministry have done so much during the coming of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu by creating training centers for ex-militants, so that they can gain skills, giving people scholarship and the rest. But the issue that we are saying here, the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs, there is 13% derivation given to the Niger Delta people. And this money sometimes is being exploited by stakeholders. Anytime you go to the Niger Delta region, for we that used to travel there, you go to the creeks, the people in the grassroots, you will see them in abject poverty. And these governors of the 9 states of the Niger Delta, the ministry is carrying out projects. What we want is that each project done by the Ministry of Regional Affairs, let there be a billboard to testify that the Ministry of Regional Affairs is working for the people of Niger Delta. And for those governors that are exploiting the money, the 13% derivation, why is it that up till now, EFCC have not done anything about them? And the people of the region are shouting, talking, but the only thing you hear from NNPC that they want to increase the crude oil production. How can you talk about the increment of crude oil production when the people are still telling you that they are hungry, they are unemployed, and the oil and gas companies are not doing enough? This is an APC party. We want change.
Okay,
so for we that are activists, we want the minister to justify to this question.
Thank you very much. I think it was a comment rather than question. Your Excellency, let me read these 2 questions. Okay. How are you engaging the youth leaders and members of the party in all the projects of the development agency to help in the renewed hope agenda 2027? If we know chop, we know go work. Please, sir, you gotta keep the questions. Okay, you've written it. So my youth have said we need to be involved in all of the work that is going on in the regional development. Okay, yes. There's a gentleman in white there.
Yeah. Excuse me, leader.
Okay. Yes. Please bring the kid to the phone after. Okay, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. I have to say you all look amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
My question, obviously, is for the Honorable Minister, but before I get into that...
get into it, because time is fine and there are many questions.
Honorable Minister, I believe congratulations are in order. You just coming off your service from Minister of Steel Development and now the Minister for Regional Development. And now the Minister for Regional Development. So I'm hoping to get, a bucket full of your wisdom and knowledge this evening. Honorable Minister, in your own view, what would you say is the biggest structural challenge? I know you are relatively new to the post, but what would you say, in your own view, is the biggest structural challenge slowing down regional integration and development? And what is the ministry doing to address it? And under the same breath, what would you also say are youths playing and local innovators, and how do you see them shaping regional growth policies, sir? That's my question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Omoshaye Oluwasegun said, I'll wait for the minister to write that one down. Okay, I can always give him this one. I would like to ask, as an environmental health professional, how does the Ministry of Regional Development facilitate community engagement and participation in regional development planning to address environmental concerns and promote sustainable development? Is in the overflow. Is send the question, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll take the gentleman in white. Okay. Yes, don't worry. We're here in the front now. Okay.
Honorable Minister, I have a lot of questions about the answer a lot again. So let me just ask you this one that I feel I need to ask. I want to ask, how is the ministry working hand in hand with the 7 agencies under him to create economic balance, with the economic balance, social and economic balance within the region? Because we see you are talking about the Northeast right now. You talk about what you've done for them, and now you need to be balanced with this, because some regions are being created, you can't compare their economic resources with each other. So that's my question.
Thank you very much. Okay, let me read another one. Honorable Minister.
Sorry, for a minute, I forgot something.
Yes.
So he spoke about the port.
Yes.
The Calabar port is not working properly. The infrastructure is not, it has a very shallow depth. It can barely take the modern containers. For the past 25 years, if I'm correct, the Calabar port has not been properly functioning at all. So what would the ministry do to aid the infrastructure, to upgrade it? Because I trade there as well. I do cocoa, I do palm oil from there. So it's important to me as a commodity business person and other people as well to know what exactly the ministry is doing to upgrade the Calabar port so it can function properly and decongest the other ports. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Okay, the microphone. Honorable Minister, you are the collapsed bridge in Namne, your own state. Yeah. You told us that you told the world that the bridge would be constructed. This is 6 months. What is going on?
Give me that one. I will start from there.
Okay, next one, the gentleman in the red cap. the front. Yes, and then we'll go to Honorable Buzo afterward.
Honorable Minister, the youth leader, my name is Dr. Onye Kanwafo, the APC former governorship aspirant Anambra.
Okay.
Honorable Minister, thank you for what you are doing. My question is direct and just one advice. You talked about bringing in the solar pump for farmers. Yeah, it's a very good something you want to do. But there's a problem we face in this country. There are political farmers. They're everywhere. Whenever this government assistance gets to them, they take it, sell it. Even in the other day in Yobe State, there were people that were arrested who collected what governor gave to them and they went to sell it in Kano. So what effort are you going to make sure that these things we are buying with the government money, the little resources we have, does not end up on the part of these political farmers who must create themselves as the original farmers, leaving the main farmers that need this particular pump for us to benefit the general common man in Nigeria.
Thank you. Give it to Honorable Otigbe Buzo.
Thank you very much. My name is Otigbe Buzo. I'm the founding executive director of the African Center for Leadership, Strategy and Development. First, I want to thank my brother Dayo, who invited me. And he put a statement there that is an evening of policy conversation. In fact, that is what attracted me to come. It is in that light that I want to commend the Honorable Minister.
Thank you.
For this meeting.
Thank you.
Because globally, governance is made up in such a way that political leaders get policy ideas from policy experts and from the people. But we have a challenge in Nigeria. For some time now, that has not been happening.
Okay.
20 years ago, I was country director of ActionAid. And during the time of Obasanjo, anything on poverty, I will be invited as a non-partisan expert.
Stakeholder.
On poverty issues. And the president had an independent policy group, which is a policy think tank. And if you go across the world, there are political parties with think tanks. I'm happy that our party now has a think tank. We have to utilize it. So I must commend you. But what I want to say in a few minutes is advice. Regional development is not a mere term. And it has global acclaim. That's why European Union, ECOWAS, and all of those ones are having regional development ideas and issues. When it comes to a country, regional development is a concept. And I want to advise that as ministry that is responsible for strategy, plans, policies, and responsible for supervision, coordination, and oversight, it is important to do two things, sir. First is that there is a need for the ministry to have an overarching strategy for regional development. Once you have that, you will have pillars of growth poles, of comparative advantage of different regions, and one they can focus on how there can be economic linkages, and on the focus on big ticket issues. It is good at the beginning that you are doing street lines, but as regional development plan and strategy. You know, and that's why I'm happy with your focus on rail.
Yes.
You know, if you sit down, get a team, and have a regional development strategy, that can be a way of engaging the other. Second, sir, these development commissions, 7 of them, especially the new ones, I'm worried that they may not know what to do.
Really?
I say I'm worried. It may not be true. It may well be unnecessary worry. giving their statements and where they are going so far. So I think that it will also be important for the new agencies to focus on two issues. First, organizational design. The first 2 months, I expected them to sit down and design from the law, from the mandate, what should we be doing given the context of this place. And then secondly, they will have their own strategy drawing from the ministry's strategy. Those are the 2 points. But I can elaborate on this and send to my brother to forward to you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Igbuzo was country director for Action Aid, so his background has been in organizational development and donor agency. I'm sure he's a very strong resource. Is that Israel in Cab? Good to see you, please.
Good day, everyone. My question comes in two folds. Talking about, as a tech expert, talking about technological inclination with the ministry's goals and blueprint. Israel Akinola. One, talking about regional development. Now it is known that there is no development without technology. And also, if you're a road traveler, there are some places you get to and there will be no networks because there is no access to, network facilities there, which is part of also regional development. Yeah, in this case, what is the ministry doing in partnering with the relevant authorities and agencies in ensuring that, there is technological inclination in what the organization, the ministry is doing, and also network. Apart from, infrastructural services and all that the government needs to provide for its citizens, I feel the network unavailability issues in some areas and, some rural areas is something that needs to be addressed by the government. So what is the ministry doing and partnering with the relevant authorities to provide a network in these rural areas? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm coming to you, sir. There's another guy behind him. So we'll just do faster and wrap up. If you still have more questions from the overflow, just be sure and read everything and the minister can take everything and respond. So we can network at the end of the event, take pictures, have selfie with the minister, and then go. You want a
good
question
evening,
too? Okay.
everyone.
Yes.
My name is Shoaib Inusa. I'm from Plateau State.
Okay.
My question to the Honorable Minister. With the creations of these regional commissions,
yes,
isn't that a recipe for a return to the old regional system of government? Thank you.
Thank you. I think there's somebody else beside you. If not, there's a gentleman raising hand here. Yes, go ahead. Give it to him. Faster.
Good evening, everyone. Dayo, I want to commend you for this great job you're doing.
Thank you.
Honorable Minister, you're welcome. I commend your team as well.
Thank you.
So my question is a straightforward question. Is regarding solid minerals. Even in your state, there's no region in Nigeria that doesn't have solid minerals that can bring serious money for this government. In your state alone, the solid mineral that you have in your state. You
Question.
Can take care of the whole Nigeria. What is the ministry doing to explore
leverage
solid mineral
and
in
explore.
Nigeria?
Yes. Thank you. Okay, next. Oh yeah, there's one at the back. Good. Yeah, then the one beside him. Let's be faster this time.
All protocol
There's
observed.
somebody in the container here too. Yes.
I remain Etsy de Sylvanus Morin.
Thank you.
Leader, Akwa Ibom Youth Vanguard.
Thank you.
I want to ask the minister what is doing concerning the seaport, Ibaka seaport that would have transformed.
Where?
In Akwa Ibom.
That's South
Yes, it's a regional project.
Okay.
And also he talked about imports. I was thinking if we can produce what we use in our country, both regional and in states, it will make a more sense than also always importing it. If we can have in-house production, even though the company are outside, if we can bring them to Nigeria so that our youth, we can have job producing what we consume. Thank you.
Thank you very much. There's a lady at that back that's been raising her hand since. That back. Okay, yeah, that's her.
Thank you very much. Good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Well done, Mr. Dio.
Thank you.
Since 2013 till date, you've been doing this. I respect you. And thank you, Honorable Minister, for your time.
Good.
So my questions are in threefold, straight to the
Make
point
them short,
and precise.
yes.
Trust me, I would. So as you know, history often remembers not the projects, but the people whose lives were transformed. And my name is Ogenda Walter Ekubiri. I'm the founder of Motivating African Youth Initiative and the country president for World Women Leading Change in Nigeria. So question number one is on inclusive development and legacy, sir. Honorable Minister, as we plan for the next decades, how do you envision regional development shaping not just infrastructure and economics, but also the dignity and everyday lives of women and youth, marginalized communities, as you have been asked, so that no one is left behind in the story of our nation's growth? Two, on sustainable and innovative growth. With the world rapidly shifting towards smart cities, green economics, and digital transformation, what futuristic policies or initiatives have your ministry considered to ensure that our regions, which you head, are not just catching up, but becoming models of sustainable, tech-driven development in Nigeria as the giant of Africa? Finally, Mr. Dio, on leadership and generational impact. When history looks back at your time in office, sir, what do you hope will stand out as the most transformative legacy of your administration, your leadership, and your vision in regional development, one that generations like myself and the next to come would thank you for? Thank you very much.
I'm coming to you, Otuba. You and Excellency last. Okay, there's that hand beside you.
Are you sure we still have time to answer all these questions?
The goal is that you now, pull them together and then give, yes.
Okay.
Good evening, everybody.
Yes.
Nice evening. Dio, well done.
Thank you.
It's good to see you again. Mine is both, I won't say a question, but it's a suggestion. I'm the one that believes so much in the power of the mind. We've had a lot of fantastic suggestions and all that this evening. But you see, the Holy Book taught us that be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. See, my own concern in development is the mind. Sir, you're in a fantastic ministry.
Thank you.
How can you, or how do you plan to harness minds together to work in your ministry?
Thank you.
How do you plan to do that?
Thank you. That would be all for tonight. I'll take the last three questions. The gentleman here, the Otumba in red, and Her Excellency. Where's the microphone? Then His Excellency would respond, and then there'll be time for... Toby, can we have the presentations ready? Yes.
Good evening, Your Excellency. Good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Olushola Ayopelumi Oba. I'm from Lagos State. I came in just for this event, and I have a few questions. I'm a co-convener for Lagos Progressive Youth.
Are you the one that flew in yesterday?
Yes. And thank you, Dio, for all you do for us. Thank you for bridging the gap between youths and even the appointees and government officials. We appreciate you. So my question is straightforward. This is regional development, and we understand that it's new. The ministry is very new. And there was the Niger Delta and the Northeast before the creation of every other one.
Yes.
How are you including other regions? For instance, the Southwest. We believe that Southwest is just Lagos State. We are far ahead. Somebody was talking about the meat, beef. ECO has ECO meat van. We've been doing that. More like Southwest is far ahead. But we are leaving behind Ondo, Ekiti, and other states in Southwest. What's the region doing to help us? There was a recent issue online about the roads in Ekiti. And there's an issue of, it's supposed to be done by the local government, it's supposed to be done by the state government, it's supposed to be done by the federal government. What is the Ministry of Regional Development doing to solve these problems? And let us know who is in charge, who is supposed to fix those roads, and how they can help us. We know the government is doing very well. We appreciate Tinubu for Coastal Highway and all of that. But the maintenance of what we have existing, connecting villages to cities where we transport businesses. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Otumba in red and Her Excellency, the former First Lady of Bauchi State. Sorry. Careful.
His Excellency, all protocol reside on it. The youth leader, once again, I thank you. You are beginning to act as the Information Ministry of Nigeria based on what you do here. Honorable Minister, sir.
Yeah.
Nigerian constitution guarantee the independence of the subnationals, that is the state government and the local government. What is your ministry doing in making sure that the commissions are actually working as expected? Because I noticed that most of the commissions are being populated by the governors themselves. So what is going to be the difference between what you're doing and what the governors are doing? How do we separate what your ministry is doing to make sure that all regions are developed, aside from what the governors in the separate states are actually carried out? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Excellency. That will be all for tonight. Wow.
I must say today it's a very beautiful day for Nigeria.
Thank you.
Because we have two square pegs in square holes.
Good.
Honorable Minister, you are doing very well.
Thank you very much.
My dear Dayo,
Thank you very much.
I want to say thank you, a big thank you to His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for making you the National Youth Leader. This evening's conversation on policy has brought to bear a lot, and you have done a lot by answering so much.
Thank you.
Now, I want you to give a general insight on Nigeria being a diverse regional development. There's a need for for us to know what strategic steps your ministry is taking to ensure equitable infrastructure, economic opportunities, and sustainable growth across all regions, particularly in historically, I'm sorry to say, undeserved areas. Because there are some states that truly have no real, what we can say they can really benefit from. They need other states to grow. So can you please give us a general insight on that?
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister, you have the floor. But thank you very much, Your Excellency. It's been a lot of questions, but you've answered them very well.
Thank you very much. Like I said, I will start from the Namnai Bridge in Taraba. Unfortunately, we lost the bridge over a year ago from torrential rainfall. And I was there as a responsible citizen of Nigeria, and coincidentally coming from Taraba. The bridge is in Taraba. So naturally, I went there to see for myself the condition of the bridge, first as a Taraban, then secondly, as a member of council representing Taraba State. So what I said there wasn't that we were going to build back the bridge in 1 week. And in any case, if for any reason I mistakenly said we were going to build the bridge back in a week, every sensible person should know that that is not practicable. We are human beings. We all make mistakes. It wasn't any mistake. What I did say was that we were going to get back to make sure that we got commitment from government in a week. So they took it out of context and said that I promised, and I don't want to use bad words here, but it's annoying for someone who should know, and a responsible person like that holding an office under oath, to deliberately skew the conversation, take it out of context, just to draw flags. I never said we were going to build back the bridge in 1 week. I've explained that part. I did report, despite the fact that I am not the Minister of Works, but like I said, as a responsible government, everywhere you find issues like that, you take responsibility, and that was what I did. I reported back, and for those who have the knowledge, basic knowledge of government procurement processes, you don't just go start building a bridge 1 week after it's taken down. No, there are so many things. Environmental impact assessment, why did it even give way in the first place before getting into the financials? But to the glory of God, when it came raining in torrents. In 1 week, the president approved that the Federal Ministry of Works should immediately take charge and start the process to rebuild back the bridge. Unknowingly, because they are operating on different lanes, the Northeast Development Commission, as I speak, has contracted a firm to rebuild the bridge. Issued out the award letter, the contractor has already accepted, and they are ongoing with the remaining processes. And surprisingly, all those that were spewing
negatives
haven't come around to acknowledge the fact that now the government has awarded the contract for the rebuilding of the Naimnai Bridge. But we won't blame them. They bring politics into everything. We won't get distracted. Our task is to get the job done, and we are doing that. And not just Namnai Bridge, for your information. In one fell swoop, the Northeast Development Commission awarded 4 such contracts. Another one is the bridge. If you know Taraba very well, this one is in the central part of Taraba. It's captured as Mayokam Bridge, and some others refer to it as Pamanga Bridge. It also has been awarded. It's there in the public domain. I can supply the details to award letters without exposing the contractors to DIO for clarity and further dissemination. And of course, Bantaje Bridge, River Bantaje Bridge is a new one. It's not a collapsed one. This is a brand new bridge that has been awarded as well over River Bantaje, connecting those coming from the federal highway from Jalingo, which leads to Ukari. But if you're going to Takum, instead of getting to Ukari, you now have the option of crossing the bridge through Donga, coincidentally where I come from, and leading all the way to Takum and indeed to the Cameroons.
Your Excellency, sir. So those who are saying all the projects are happening in Lagos, they need to come to Taraba. Every bridge is in Taraba.
If you are mad, you go and give side projects somewhere now, in the bush. We are distributing projects equitably on a very serious note. This is just coincidental because that's where the road leads to, and I wasn't the one who made the road. The river needed a bridge, and it got one, and it coincidentally passes through my community to the Cameroons. And one other contract that was awarded too was a set of 4 very big double-cell culverts, which connect, incidentally, Donga again, to Suntai. Suntai in Taraba.
Where the former governor is from.
No, there are 2 Suntais. That one's in Bali, the central zone. This one is in southern Taraba. But they are bordered just by a river in between. So there are 4 big double-cell culverts connecting Donga and Suntai. The project is supposed to ease the suffering of the farming community in that area towards evacuation of food produce to the markets easily. So we got 4 very big projects awarded. They are all out, and all contractors have accepted the contracts formally, and they are ongoing with the remaining processes. The first question was about rotation of capitals. It's a wonderful idea, fantastic idea. But unfortunately, it has legal encumbrances that cannot be enforced. To do or to carry through what you're suggesting will require constitutional amendment. You don't just move capitals. They are right there in the Constitution, not for fancy, for clarity and for legal effect. You don't just move capitals like that. You will require even concurrence of both houses just in case it gets to the Senate for debate and it passes through. But not throwing it all out. Maybe we should focus on development like we're doing. If we focus on development, there will be no need to think about moving capitals. If you have to move capitals before you develop an area, how long will it take? Probably it will take to the end of the world to move capitals before developments get to some places. If you're thinking about 8 years, maybe when you work it out by 36 state capitals and stop there, not even go into very big cities that are qualified to be states on their own. I think we should concentrate on spreading development. I agree with you, there is the need to spread development, but I don't think moving capitals is the best way to get that done. Impact, poverty, and hunger, how the Ministry of Regional Development is helping out. We have as a cardinal part of our development agenda, the eradication of poverty. Not by just word of mouth, but by putting in place practical structures that will do so. What are we doing? I earlier spoke about our collaboration with NALDA to get people working and earning money through smart agriculture and irrigation with the support from the commissions, the government through the commissions. Besides that, government has been intervening in direct supply of foodstuff to deserving communities, especially where there are crises, and even normal times. We've had to take foodstuff around places, and I'm sure I'm speaking for all of us in the council. Most of us and all of us occasionally get this foodstuff, and we make them public, we distribute to deserving communities. That is not enough to eradicate poverty. It is my belief that rather than just distributing foodstuff, if systems are put in place, strong systems built around institutions, and individuals are empowered to stand on their feet, maximize benefits therefrom, would be a better way of addressing hunger and poverty rather than occasional handouts. That is my opinion, though. But still, we are intervening by way of direct distribution of foodstuff occasionally to deserving members of the community. Social economic balance within the regions. What better way to ensure a cohesive social balance between the regions, economic balance between the regions, than putting these structures that we are talking in place? I'll give you two examples. The Mambila hydropower project is probably the most expensive project in the country. People talk about Lagos, Calabar, because they don't know the details. Mambila hydropower project is sited in Taraba State. If you know the details and the benefits accruable from that project alone, there is no better way of catching or seeing firsthand how projects like this bring or interconnect the society, brings economic synergy between communities and governments than this. I'll give you one example. There are several components of the Mambila hydropower project, but the only one people know is provision of power from the hydropower project. There is a provision to build 100,000 houses around the area marked out for the project from resettlement. That will bring in artisans. It will involve casual laborers, iron benders, and all sorts of professionals that will be gainfully engaged. That, incidentally, falls under the local content component, which is like, I think, 30% of the total sum, and it's quite a huge sum. There is also the development of aquaculture center around the base of the Mambila Plateau. That too will take off a substantial number of idle young persons who are engaged, who are inclined to doing something for themselves. The aquaculture will train people in farming, modern farming, and aqua businesses. It's all embedded in the contract. There is a provision too for the security component, because we need to get people to ensure that these critical assets are not just only put there, but they are secured. How do we get the security component done? That will involve community engagement. The best way to secure a place is to get the people who reside there, the original locals, engaged. The contract will absorb a significant number of people together. There are so many other sub-contracts around with many advantages or many pluses that will ensure this cohesion that you asked about. I hope I have done some justice to your question. Someone spoke about Calabar Port, my brother here with the white shirt. We don't just sit and continue complaining, nothing is done. There is no problem going ahead with the rail project while we are still looking at finding solution to the depth of the Calabar port. Incidentally, the managing director of Nigeria Ports Authority also comes from Taraba. I think it's a lucky day. We can find out from them. They're the ones in charge. I'm sure they would have developed a solution now for the problems still lingering around the Calabar port. But I assure you, we are determined to continue with the rail project while the problem of navigation around the Calabar port waterways gets solved. We don't wait until we finish solving the problem of the debt before we start our rail, the governors on our neck. Political farmers, very true. There are political farmers. But like I said, as Asiwaju Bola Tinubu assembled an A-team of people constituted in this cabinet that are dealing with the problems. And I'll tell you, I'm a member of a committee specially set up by Mr. President to address this issue you raised. That is to tell you that the government feels you. The government understands the problems and is properly positioned to solve them. I am a member amongst, I think, 13 or 14 members, other members of the committee. And as we speak, NIMSI, CBN, and the data collected from Anko Borrower Scheme have all been put together. Dio knows the DG of NIMSI very well. He can confirm that for you. We have now an updated database removing all ghost farmers, those political farmers you mentioned. The target is to make sure that the database is bereft of all those audio farmers. We want farmers, real farmers that we can see, so that we can track them, we can monitor them, we can get the results we need and we deserve from the intervention government is making. Problem solved. Network availability. My brother, the provision of a network is the responsibility of the service provider. The Minister of Communications, Bosun Tijani, will come around again and answer solutions. But even at that, I think it's basic information. We know that MTN and all other service providers are the ones in charge of making networks available. But nothing stops you as a community leader to mobilize people and approach them. If you have specific problems, we as a government are open to suggestions. You take them up to NCC through the Minister of Communication, and I'm sure There will be a help desk there to address your problem. Return to regionalism. Yes, but from those on the other side, those who migrated recently to the coalition of confusion. But seriously, it is not even possible, looking at it from the legal perspective. You cannot be talking about regionalism within a federal structure. It's anomalous. We are operating federalism under the 1979 Constitution as amended. So even for just word of mouth, if you want to be lousy with your mouth and you say Nigeria is moving towards regionalism, that's for you to go and defend. And it will get to a level that you will be required to make more details available. But sitting here as a responsible Nigerian and a stakeholder in this respect, I want to give you serious assurances that nothing is happening towards that direction. But of course, mischief makers, is the time for politics. We are moving towards 2027. People are hanging on to straws. They will want to hold on to anything to cause confusion or to throw some bad light. If the president had planned to move Nigeria to regionalism, he is a bold person. He takes responsibility. I stand to be corrected. No president has openly taken responsibility for his actions than Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yes. And if he had regionalism as his project, I'm sure he would have been bold enough to come out and say so and put it back to Nigerians like the Democrat he is, naturally take it to the legislature to slug it out for those pro and against before Nigerians give their opinion on it. But I want to assure you that as a member of this council, there is nothing like that. There is nothing in the offing. There was nothing in the beginning, and there will be nothing like that. If Nigerians desire regionalism, that is for Nigerians. We all have representatives in the Senate and the House of Representatives. You can channel your issues to your representatives, but as a government, I want to assure you that our policies are targeted on delivering on this mandate, nothing about regionalism. You can take that to the bank. Minerals. Dr. Dele Alake will come around to give answers on availability of minerals around the country. Nigeria is blessed. No state in the country is without one precious mineral or the other. If you are interested in prospecting for mineral or mining, you can visit their website or take a physical tour to the mines Kadelsa in the FCT. I'm sure you know it. We don't have too much to do with minerals beyond what I have just told you. Sorry, I occasionally take off the glasses because I think I'll just leave it out to conclude this part. Regional development for women and youth. Most of our projects, if you followed from the beginning, you'll have seen or heard that most of about 80% of our projects are tailored with women and youth in mind, and it is for a purpose. We believe that our women deserve to be empowered, and so are our youths. That is the reason why we have located most of our projects around women and youth. For the Ministry of Regional Development, we are mostly in charge of policies. We incubate ideas, throw them to the commissions, implement them, and follow them through. Be rest assured, women and youth will remain the core of our activities for as long as we serve or we utilize this opportunity to make our contributions to nation building. Futuristic initiatives. My brother, we are dealing with basic realities. We have urgent matters to deal with. When you have broken down bridges, you have burnt schools, you have health facilities that have been destroyed, you have a population to feed, you have a youth to empower, you have women to take care of. We will keep the future for the future and deal with the basics for today. My legacy, what will I want to leave as a legacy for the Ministry of Regional Development? This is personal, but since it's a question asked, let me put it here that I want to first of all thank Mr. President, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for giving me and Tarabans, because I represent Taraba, I'm not representing myself or my family, for giving Taraba this opportunity to be seen and be heard. As an individual, I want to say that I am grateful to Allah for coming this far. As for legacy, I am doing my part, that which I've been tasked to do. But as a human, we all have our frailties, we have our shortcomings, and I will beg that all of you who have been negatively impacted by my being Minister of State now for 2 years should forgive me. But seriously, I will want to be remembered for one person who was given an opportunity and he utilized it maximally. I'm not taking this for granted.
Yes.
This was one opportunity that has linked me up to wonderful Nigerians in council and out of council. By the way, I met Alhaji Mutiu Are, a prominent Nigerian politician, statesman, and a very respected and respectable party leader, a top-notch grade A party member of our party, the APC, on one of such sojourns. We went on a trip to China, an exercise of our responsibility, overseeing activities of our commissions. Incidentally, Alhaji Are happens to be a respected board member of the Northeast Development Commission. And I know how much I gained from my interaction with him in 16 days in China, straddling the cities, walking the walks, changing buses, and eating food we could not eat sometimes. This is one opportunity I don't take for granted. And I want to round up by saying that I hope this marks a vista of opportunity for people coming behind. We have many ably qualified people from Taraba. It is not often that people from the backwaters of Nigeria are given opportunities like this. I come from Donga, town by the river, and southern Taraba. And I want to use this opportunity to say boldly that we come in this mold. You find them in multitudes like this, as long as you look towards the right direction. But on a final note, Nigerians should watch out. There are so many more Tarabans like me coming up. Young men and women like you, we are mentoring, and we are sure that some positives will come from Taraba. At least we draw a curtain to the years of the locust where we don't see any good from Taraba. And to the glory of God, Nigeria, we keep moving. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will rebuild this country one block at a time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for the wonderful presentation. 2 hours, 10 minutes.
Like we did 10 minutes.
Of interaction, questions, and answers. Toby, can I have the materials, please? Your Excellency, we're very grateful. Thank you to all of you, party stalwart leaders, citizens of Nigeria, heads of agencies and parastatals, members of the civil society who have been here, and those who are in the main hall here, those who are in the various overflows that we have. I saw a question from Mr. Lubodo. I couldn't read that question. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Your Excellency, for all the great works that you have been doing, we're honored to present to you first on behalf of, where is Zubero, my zonal youth leader? The zonal youth leader, North Central. Sir, we want to present to you first this that we want you to take home and put on your chair. Thank you very much, sir. And so that you can... we shall stand on your mandate. We shall stand on your mandate. Bola on your mandate. Bola on your mandate. We shall stand. Thank you. On your mandate. We shall stand. Bola on your mandate. We shall stand. On your mandate. On your mandate. Your Excellency, on behalf of the youth wing of the ruling party of Nigeria, we're presenting to you this award of outstanding contribution to national development in recognition of your leadership and commitment to youth empowerment, entrepreneurship, regional development, national growth, and dedication to building opportunities for young Nigerians. Please continue to inspire the next generation of young leaders. Now, may I invite Senator Binte Garba, Alhaji Mutiware, the MD of Northwest Development. Sorry, Chairman. Sorry, can you hold on. Not yet. Protocol, can you handle here? Everybody, please hold on. We're not done here. We're still presenting. Everybody, Tuko, please handle that line. Yes, please stop any movement from that line, please. Just please hold on. Can I invite Senator Binte Garba? I see the Lake Chad River Basin, their AD Finance. Please join us. The Minister's Protocol Team. My Excellency, ma. Please, Honorable Minister, this is presented with love. Yes. The essay to the President. Essay to the President. Yes. Your Excellency, please keep this in your office where it can easily be seen. And we want you to also drink with this in your office, especially from the youth wing of the party, so they know the youth are with you. And with the youth as well. And you're with us, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Excellency, please, Honorable. Sorry, no, yes, Daddy, Emma. Yes. Where is Dr. Josh? Where are you? Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, this way, okay. The youth, bend down, don't cover the handout. Don't cover the handout. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Can they move the awards to that side? Thank you. We want to say a big thank you. I'm going to hand over the microphone. My senatorial youth leader from Enugu is also here, and members of the youth wing of the party. Tomorrow we're meant to have an evening with the DG of NIDA. It's been moved to Monday because of the public holiday. We have moved it to Monday. And on Tuesday, we are having the DG of the National Sport Commission, Mr. Bukola Lokpade, is going to be watching the Nigeria-South Africa match here with us. And we'll ensure that we get more chairs and more ACs to ensure that everybody can be comfortable. Thank you so much. Let me hand over to Zubair to give the closing remark.
Good evening, everyone. Honorable Minister, we thank you very much for coming. We are very inspired.
Sorry to interrupt. If you get a chance, if you want to interact with the Honorable Minister, quickly take the advantage. Quickly, if you want to.
We're very inspired and excited. People are really grateful for you coming, and this is a good beginning of this government. We've never had it like this before, where we will have ministers and the youth directly. So we're really inspired. And you too, you would have seen that the youth are very, very motivated. We are, and we are very, very grateful for this. We pray that the government of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will never fail. And you people that are driving his mandate shall never fail too. And all the successes shall be achieved. And Nigeria again shall be great. Thank you very much for coming. We really appreciate everyone for coming.
Okay, thank you. So, the Honorable Minister will be leaving now. If you get a chance to quickly say hi and network. Very cool. As the minister is declaring the road small as they are greeting him. Oh yeah, the